Hello, everybody.
Got it.
Welcome to Hustling Sideways. We got a bonus episode for you today. I'm Alan Halas. That's Jim Love.
I'm Jim. You say my name now?
Yeah, you're Jim Love.
Hi. I'm Jim Love. Next time, I guess I'm just gonna say my name. That's
yes. We've got a podcast where we talk to a bunch of great guests about their side hustles, their passion projects, things that they're interested in. But we also do these bonus episodes because we're talking about things that side hustlers go through and endure, and
lessons learned. Things that and it's funny because I think some of these things could be for anyone, but particularly when you're trying to chase a passion, things that you run into, bumps in the road that we've kind of picked up on and what we've learned from them.
Yeah, and today is all about bumps in the road.
All about them. Yes,
we are learning about. We are talking about what we've learned from past experiences.
Totally.
Things that have gone maybe well, maybe not so well along the way.
And then now how that's shaped us to be just the incredibly young, strapping men that we are today.
All right, we're going to stop bragging.
And that was unbiased, but
sure.
It's just me.
So when I think about that, when I think of learning from past experiences, I think back to like a very young me, starting out, and I wouldn't say it was a mistake that I made. It was just definitely like a life experience along the way.
Okay.
So there's the big South by Southwest music festival in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It is 2014. I have just graduated school, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm really going to try and take this music journalism thing and start my site and really start on like a big level. So I'm going to spend some money, and I'm going to go down to, because I have an adult job at this point, and I had never seen adult money at that point. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go down to South by Southwest.
And you paid for it in 20s at the airport, just like this.
All ATM, yes.
Great.
Hello, I would like to buy one plane ticket.
Take all of it.
Yes. So 2014, I pulled together whatever money I could. I go down to Austin, Texas, and I'm thinking I am going to get my site discovered in Austin, Texas, and I'm going to do what I can to network, and we're going to have coverage from there. Nobody else is doing coverage from there. I'm doing it all on my own. I went down there, and I spent the money.
Yep.
I didn't really break the site into a massive behemoth like I thought it was going to. It was a little naive of me.
I
ended up
lesson learned.
I ended up staying in a house with like 15 to 20 people. That was like a shared Airbnb. We were half an hour outside of Austin. So every taxi, if you missed the van that we were taking in and out, every taxi ride was not cheap. And it was the most expensive taxis I've taken. I slept on a floor for 4 nights on a carpeted floor. Did not know how cold it gets in Texas at night. So I learned the hard way from that one. But you know what? I think that, coming from where I come from music, like bands do this all the time.
Yeah, it happens.
They go and they work and they bust their ass and they go out and, do whatever they have to in order to make it happen.
Exactly.
That was definitely my moment of like, okay, I'm sleeping on the floor.
This is happening.
How bad do you want it? And it's not the only floor that I've slept on for the sake of projects and things like that. It's just, those are the moments when it kind of like, not to sound cliche, but it toughens you up because you kind of realize like, all right, I'm going for it. This is, if you didn't love it, there was a reason, and you'd find out in that point,
Yeah, no doubt. And it's an important takeaway to have too. Like, like that, I can imagine. Yeah.
And I went back the next year and slept in a bed. But I rented a different Airbnb.
Well, I was going to say, hopefully
less
different
people,
spot. Yes.
different experience altogether.
10 people versus 15.
And more content, yes.
Yeah,
and
even
better. So I learned immediately from that.
Yeah.
So that is my definitely learning from past experience.
For sure. I think mine, as I was getting into the speaking world, I was modeling a lot of my behavior on stage after the guy who mentored me. His name's Ara, great guy, still a good friend of mine to this day. And he's like, wild on stage. He like walks into a song and he's like, dancing and stuff. And because he's got swag, like he can pull that off, and I'm not going to say I don't, but whatever. So the first like 5, 6 or so talks I gave, I like waited in the back of the auditorium or gym, wherever I was in. Yeah. And would play the song, and it was Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling. Okay. Which is still one of my favorite songs.
Sure.
But I would walk in, do like these dances. Goodness, my bad. And would like throw, like little pieces, like confetti almost in the air. It was like so much.
All the eyes on you.
Yeah. And then I'm like clapping, and just like the students were like into it, but like not. It was, I'm like, like, and I would start, and then I never knew like how to come back. I'm like, all right, hi, like,
yeah,
like I didn't even like acknowledge my walk-in. So I would say as I got a little older, up in like 26, 27, I was like, I just don't think that's not my move anymore. So I stopped doing that. Now the time when the literal last time I did it was, I was probably 27 for this one. I was walking into a school and dancing, and my ankle rolled.
Oh no!
As I was dancing, and I felt a pop, and I came down, and I like honestly it was like I thought I broke my ankle, and I put pressure on it, and I was okay.
Yeah.
But I got up, and I'm like, I don't know what I would have done if I sprained. So
you fell in front of everybody?
Everybody. I fell, and I went down, and but the music was still going, so I really couldn't hear them laugh or anything. And I got feedback from the students afterwards, and they were all like, great speech, blah blah blah. And then one kid was like, "Thank you for almost breaking your ankle for us. Like, we appreciate that." And from that point on, I was done. Like that was my final. It was like almost like a sign of like you're not supposed to walk into this anymore. And I thought that was my brand. I really did. I was like, I'm fun. I'm the party, But like. Now it's like I walk in and start and I just turn up and do my thing. But that was ridiculous.
Imagine if your brand would have been almost rolling. If you did that every time, pretended to roll your ankle and then you were hurt and then you popped up.
That would be the most dangerous brand I could possibly think of. Would be that. Yeah. So it was interesting, and I still have that on video. Because that speech got filmed.
Oh,
and
great.
I have like the 10-second snippet for it, and I share it every July 4th for some reason. I say I have the freedom to fall and break my ankle.
Okay, so watch for that.
Really bizarre. Yeah, watch for it. But the takeaway, was that like I don't have to like let's stop doing that. Like I could go out, I can do my own thing, not worry about what someone else had done as like their brand, even though I thought it was going to be for me. Mm-hmm. And now I can take this and make it my own. And now I just walk in, and I mean I'm nuts. I start my thing, but I don't need any more music. I do it. And that, I literally was like, that was a weird thing. Like to me, that was a really important part of the talk.
Yeah.
But then I realized that was someone else's talk, and mine is different. And it was a good realization to have.
And to keep it on brand with Jim, it was authentically Jim to go and do his own thing instead of trying to get somebody else.
Alan connecting dots.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
Making good lines. That's great. Yes, that's exactly what it was. And now I feel a lot more comfortable with the way that I've been approaching it, and it's because I learned a lesson.
Yeah,
which is what this is all about.
So we want to know what lessons you've learned for sure.
Tell us.
If you are able to comment on the video, do that. Otherwise, you can subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcast.
I would recommend that for sure.
They should do that.
Yeah.
You can drop us a line on social media too. You can send us messages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
We
comments.
reply to all the DMs. We just get our DMs are just filled with fans.
Yes,
it's wild.
Tons.
I wish I was serious about that, because that would be really a cool problem to have.
They don't know.
Oh, good point.
Maybe,
we're gonna cut that part out.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we hope you learned from plenty of life experiences along the way. You can follow this podcast, like I said, anywhere you get your podcast. Find us on social media. If you have your own side hustle as well and you want to be on this show and talk to us,
bring them
you
in.
can drop us a line. You can send us an email, hustlingsideways@gmail.com. And Jim,
keep on hustling.